Today, I'd like to speak about January the 6th. For most of you, it'd be old news, but I wanted to give you my perspective on it and let you know how it irritates me and facing the reality of it all. So, I was around in the 60s. I must have been 8 or 9 years old at least when the blacks were protesting civil rights marches and all of that. Well, they released the German Shepherds. They released the dogs on us in all the states, everywhere they went. And they used water cannons off of the big fire trucks and stuff like that. They used water hoses. They used tear gas. They beat with batons. I can't tell you, and they probably erased all the footage. All the television networks had it, and all the videos on it. Right now, this administration has probably made sure that all of that disappeared. But to you that wasn't even born, and the older ones, they already know that I'm telling the truth. So the thing that I wanted to talk to you about was January the 6th, when those people rioted the Capitol building. And Trump told them that he'd meet them down there. Let's go, let's go. So what I was noticing as I watched that on the news was all the people were white people. And they were all kind of racist gangs mixed in and, the white supremacist types and those kind of people. Well, they went and there was no sign of police officers. They didn't even back up the Capitol Police. There was no dogs. There was no water cannons. This went on for hours and nobody moved. They was just watching it happen. People died. Cops got beat and killed and maimed and stuff like that, and they didn't do nothing. Our president got up there and pardoned them all. Okay, so when it came to the riots from blacks, oh, did you notice there wasn't any blacks in that riot? Because we know what's going to happen, and we wanted to watch and see what would you do. The blacks were marching down the street. These people are tearing up the Capitol building. The only difference I could see was their skin color. And so, being my age in America and looking at this, you can pretend all you want. You can live in any fantasy you want to live in. But we know how America is. We know what America is. We've been here since slavery. So never assume we're afraid. Never assume we're scared. Never assume that you're gonna put us back in chains or anything like that. It doesn't make sense. What I want you to realize is when the black people march, they come down like it's a world war against us because they fear us for some reason. I know what it is, but I can't get all into that on YouTube. Well, my skin tone prevents me from getting into all of that on YouTube. Telling what ramifications it would bring against me. So here's the thing. At my age, I saw what happened when the black people marched as a child. Then I seen when the white people marched on the Capitol Federal Building in the United States. I saw what happened. I'll tell my kids what happened. I'll tell my grandkids what happened. And I'll say, that's what we're talking about. We know America. You just listen to what they say. Now, remember this about the jobs and Elon Musk and laying off all these federal workers, right? Well, the attack was predominantly pointed to get rid of the blacks, but it took a lot of white people out because they came under those umbrellas, and that was their excuse to set women back and just cause disruptions and distractions. And so when you see the news, I no longer keep up with all that stuff. In case my videos are boring, it's because I'm not going to sit up and tell you the weekly news, the daily news, stick in their cycle, go round and round. Think about what they want me to think about, talk about what everybody else is talking about. No. So all I'm telling you is I saw the difference in how blacks were treated when they marched. And I saw the difference in how all those white people on January 6th marched. But don't remember this, all across America, they've been marching, and those are the white people. And you didn't see any dogs, you didn't see any water cannons.